Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. How are you all doing today on this fine Survivor premiere? My hair is long. We are live on, hopefully, both Twitch and YouTube. That's the goal. Thank you for the 5 gift. Oh boy, hold on.
Wow, a 5!
Flinzel with 5 gifted. Thank you so much. Kendall, thank you for the 22nd. And Noerman with 48. Next with 18. Angela with 12. Ryan with 34. Warwick with 68. Tier 3. Thank you all so much for the support. Mel, thank you for the 15th. Alan with 28. Yeah, my hair is a mess. I am growing it out. I'm attempting to grow it out. And that mostly leaves me in the little bit of an awkward phase, from my perspective at least. But we're having fun with it. So yes, I am. It seems like it's working. We're live on YouTube as well. My YouTube channel exists. Rescue, thank you for the 34th. So if you're somebody that prefers YouTube, the option is now available. I think I wasn't sure about the chat for YouTube. I know that one thing that people talk about is like different chats, you know. You kind of want one chat. Haven't entirely figured that out at the moment. Obviously I would assume the main chat is going to be here on Twitch. But you know, we do RJP multi-streams podcasts, and they have different chats, but we use StreamYard for that, which combines the chats for us. I don't currently have that, but I am looking at both chats at the moment. So we'll see what comes of that. Steph, thank you for the 20th. But the episode is going to start in roughly 7 minutes. I'm usually a little bit behind. I watch on Paramount Plus. How this works, if you're new here, is that I'm going to watch the episode on Paramount Plus. Again, usually it's usually about 50 seconds behind, like a live TV broadcast, but that can vary depending on your area and other things. I will not rebroadcast the episode. You will have to be watching it on your own. And you will hopefully not hear the audio of the episode either, if I'm doing everything right. However, you can be watching it, I can be watching it, and we can do some reactions and analysis in the moment, as well as hang out in the chats and stuff like that. We can also run some predictions, which we can start one now. For instance, will we see a commercial by 5? Let's go long because it's the premiere. 16 on my clock right here. For me, does the commercial start by 5:16 p.m.? That is the prediction. I will run it now. There it goes. So now you can bet. You can bet channel points. They mean nothing. I don't do anything with them at the moment. I would like to at some point. On YouTube, I don't think there's a way to do predictions, at least right now. So you'd have to go over to Twitch to do that. But you can make predictions in your brain if you want. You can poll, but no channel point stuff. Yeah. There's pros and cons to YouTube as a streaming platform. That's certainly one of the cons. One of the pros is that hopefully, if you have a hard time syncing up with me, in particular, if I am ahead of you, YouTube might be really helpful for that because you will be able to slow me down on YouTube. Like you could pause me until you catch up to where I am. You can more finely tune the control that way. So that's part of the hope here. But there are downsides as well. You can certainly have YouTube up and then come over to Twitch for the chat. Whatever you want. Plenty of options. Patty, thank you for the 52nd in a row. Am I growing a man bun? I don't have quite enough for that. Maybe eventually. I don't think it'll go that long though. Miss Calamity, 6 months in advance. Wait, okay, so Miss Calamity, it says 82 months. Does that include the 6 months in advance, or is this your 82nd month now? That is, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. It'd be pretty cool if you could subscribe for 6 months in advance and then it would auto count. Like, well, given that you're subscribed for 6 more months, it will be 82. Hair length goals? I don't know. I don't really have a goal. My hairdresser person would probably can probably tell you. I keep going to see her. She's like, "So what are we doing?" I'm like, "You tell me." I'm just letting it grow. I'm just trying something. This is definitely not the longest I've had it now. In fact, I think I've podcasted with my hair longer before. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I just got bored. Just got bored with the hair. I'd had it for pretty much since I moved to San Diego. I'd had it sort of in a similar style ish. Jet lag trailer came out today. I did not see the jet lag trailer. However, there will hopefully be some jet lag content coming for you soon. Am I coming to the Boston live show? Probably not. When is it? Also, the stream I have open for the show keeps showing previews for a movie I'm already going to watch. And I don't want to see previews. Thank you for the subscriptions there. All right, so Survivor starting soon. It's in mid-April. That's pretty far away. There's a chance. Yeah, the one with Robert Pattinson. Survivor 48. We did a draft. I okay, for the draft, couple of things. One is that I drafted Shaheen first. I did this primarily because of a thing. I think the podcast released today. I just haven't listened to it yet. But basically, he is a. Oh, the audio's current bitrate is lower than we recommend. Audio stream. Okay, well, hopefully the YouTube is doing fine. I chose Shaheen primarily because I was informed by a friend of mine who does a very great podcast called the Regulation Podcast. He's been on my podcast before. That he was. Oh crap! I lost my stream. Here it is. That he had basically, he was not only a fan of that podcast, but also had like participated in a small way. God, thank you for the 11th. And I thought it would be fun to like make a joke about that as sort of like an aside when somebody picked him. Then I get the first pick. And I was a little unprepared. I wasn't sure who to pick. And so I just kind of defaulted to him because I was like, well, I've got the most prepared for him. So I thought. So I pick Shaheen and I make my little joke about how he's got great judgment. And I think the episode is going to start very soon. Actually, hold on. We can continue this story in a moment. Yeah. The new season of Survivor. And it started. Whoa. This is fun. There's always somebody in their car on a phone, on a video call. You know what I mean? This body will be in Fiji. Okay, this is why if I wasn't a podcaster, I would never get cast for one of these shows. Because if somebody told me I was going to be on the show, this would not be my reaction. I'd be like, oh, awesome. Unless they prompted me. Maybe they were prompted. I don't know. Lack of filter. My team is great because I remember their names. I think I had a great strategy for drafting. The only guy I knew about ahead of time, and then two people whose names I can't forget. Charity. Boom. And Star, who I don't think I've seen yet. This is Survivor. So this is interesting. We've got, looks like 500 viewers on Twitch, 200 on YouTube right now. It's more on YouTube than I thought. That was a fun confessional by Shaheen. Charming, descriptive, narrator-esque. You might say they're different. Wait. I've heard that mat chats are important, edgic-wise. I assume it's good, but I can't ever remember. If he's really been applying for 20 years, what an insult for Jeff to say what took you so long. Chrissy's giving Sue Hawk. You. You really is so dreamy. Kevin really had like a whole speech ready to go there. I bet he's a tribal council talker. What's up, Beast Nick? So this is interesting to me, specifically about reality television and game design. something that I feel like the traders has shown and that Survivor's been doing for a while is that producers do have a lot of influence over the way that the players play the game. So Jeff is like literally tone setting in that speech. Like, play bold, don't hold back, don't have regrets. Whether or not that's actually good strategy is, good television though. And what I think is interesting is that I think that kind of stuff works really well, actually. We're constantly seeing people on the traders play wildly inefficiently just because it seems like that's what you're supposed to do. First step. Yeah, I feel like we talk about this every single premiere. It's like they introduce us to a bunch of new people and then they cover them in mud. And now I can't recognize any of them. Grant, I can still recognize Mitch. He actually somehow managed to avoid mud all over his face. Oh, geez. Is somebody freaking injuring themselves already? Literally be me at this point. I have freaking tweaked shoulder at the moment. Wait, Kevin or Kyle? Crap. Is there a Kyle and a Kevin? There is. All right. Kyle. Oh, geez. Who is that? Who's saying shoulder? Who's saying shoulder? I don't know. Who is it? They're literally completely covered in mud. It's Kevin. Okay. That could be an early medevac. No, he had his whole thing on the mat. Brianna, welcome to the Robot Army. Thank you. Honestly, I forget what we do with medevacs if they count as first boots. I think no, right? Did Asia draft him? Hold on. No, Asia did not draft Kevin, so he's probably good. I'm like actually not even watching because I don't know who people are. Yeah, like I can tell which color they are by the board that they're climbing. If Rob doesn't pull the soundbite of he got it in one tug, he's washed. All right, Star. Oh. The slippage. Oh. Oh. Let's go, Star. Magic, thank you. Who else is on Star's tribe? I don't even know what tribes they're on. Everyone's like, oh, everyone's picking this tribe. Let's pick this tribe. Shaheen is on Star's tribe. Let's go. Let's go. Nailed it. Let's go. Let's go. Is that immunity? Tribe supplies. Eh. All right. Where's Charity? She on that tribe too? That'd be wild. People would have told me if that happened. Andrew, thank you for the 17th. Charity's on the orange tribe. No commercial by 516. What if I screw up again? Yeah, they're doing something with his shoulder. It's weird that it wasn't brought up there. Oh my god, that guy is gigantic. Oh, he has like a bruise on his shoulder. Maybe he just like cut it. You know what I mean? I guess it's not that often that you're like, oh, I cut my shoulder. Mike posted it was dislocated. Yeah, it feels like maybe don't go on the thing after that then. I don't know. The bruise looks like a dislocation. All right, well, opening scene is usually where like I I basically am able to tell if any of my people aren't going to win. um so, given that opening scene, I think Shaheen, he's in there. I think Charity, not bad. Star had a moment in the challenge. I don't think I heard from her otherwise. I could be wrong. I was definitely talking a lot. I'm a little concerned about Star. Little concerned. That was no commercial by 516. All right. Next prediction will be let's see. How many other tribes get supplies? 0, 1 or 2. That's the prediction. So they're going to go, the other two tribes are going to go and potentially try to get supplies. Basically, the prediction are they both going to fail? Neither of them get supplies. Is just one tribe going to get supplies, or do they both end up getting supplies? We will run this prediction until we find out what happens with the supplies. There it is. What do you think of the 18th? Okay, so just to finish the story here, I ended up drafting Shaheen because of the podcast connection. Immediately, I have two regrets. One, Puya has just I've just like devastated him. Which I was not, and everyone else is like, oh yeah, Puya's been talking about this, and I'm just like, oh shit. So I feel bad. And I think this I'll get to number 2 in a second because the episode just came back. That was a very short commercial. And here's the thing. I wasn't like totally unaware. I figured Puya would probably want Shaheen. I just didn't think about it too deeply. I wasn't thinking like, oh, Shaheen. Wow, we're getting a lot of Shaheen. Music executive Thomas. I'm not gonna lie. Music executive sounds evil to me. I don't know if that's true. Is that gonna be all Star gets? Somebody else talking for her? Oh, I think it is. Oh. Wow, big Thomas segment here. Here's Bianca. I don't remember. Hold on. Where's my pet peeves? Bianca. Indecisiveness and mean people. I actually know nothing about Bianca. Camilla. I feel like she was one of my top picks. Yes, people who message me hello. Yeah, she was a top pick. Doctor had to pop his shoulder back. Why didn't we see that? Strongest as a unit. I feel like it's the opposite. He blacked out? What are we doing? Imagine blacking out on TV, getting your shoulder dislocated and pop back in. And it's like an extremely dramatic moment for you. You wait months. The show airs and it's not even in it. Bad news for his winner edit, I would say. He literally looks like a movie star. I feel like I've seen him before. What's his name? David? David? You should be able to pause on YouTube. Oh, you meant the channel. I'm not even kidding. The pizza shirt would kill me on that island. To the point where even if he took it off, he would always just remind me of pizza. And I would want him gone. Like, I'm at home and he's making me want pizza. Okay, they're giving some dodo music to Green Tribe. Hoochie Mamas? They're playing the get to know you game. Oh man, this tribe feels like a mess right now. She is reiterating what Jeff told them to do. She is doing that. So it could not be all bad. Normally that would feel like a very bad setup edit. But the fact that she's like being like, I did what Jeff said, kind of makes you feel like maybe it works out. Honey, thank you for 38th. Feeling best about Shaheen right now. I feel like we did not check back in with Charity, and Star has been silent. So feeling very bad about Star's edit right now. Charity, maybe. I really genuinely feel like you can rule a bunch of people out from the premiere. Remember Genevieve? But she didn't win. That's the thing. I feel like they think they can get away with a very obvious premiere because over the course of the season, you forget. And they can build up other players. But their premiere, I feel like, is very telling. Okay. So anyway, Shaheen. Number one problem, the Puya problem. I feel bad. I thought about just being like, no, I'll give him to Puya. But then that just felt like it would be awkward. And I wasn't sure if Puya would want that. Maybe he would have. Maybe I should have. Problem number two, I only planned for jokes. I thought somebody else was gonna pick him, and I would just crack some jokes about his judgment. But all of a sudden, I've made him the first round draft pick, the first drafted player of the entire cast. And people are asking me why. And I'm realizing my jokes are not sufficient reasoning. I make my joke again, and I make the joke again. I'm like, oh my god, I don't know what else to say. I can go over his pet peeve. I don't actually know anything else about him. So then I have to like sort of explain, and I thought it might be funny. I was like, let me explain a little further. He's pro pencil eating, and then that worked. It was very confusing for them, but it worked. But I feel like the combination of having basically no reason and also Puya's like so upset that he didn't get it. I was like, this has been a disaster. Luckily though, in the comments, there were a bunch of people that got the reference, and they were like, "Eat the pencil, Andrew." But I think it turned out okay. I think it was very funny. But in the moment, I was a little deer in headlights for sure. I was not prepared. So basically, this podcast, the Regulation Podcast, they do lots of drafts, they do lots of bets and such. And oh, we're back. Hold on. Basically, a guy lost a bet, said he would eat a pencil, didn't eat the pencil. They took it to fake court, and I believe Shaheen helped give judgment in the case and told Andrew to eat the effing pencil, which he did not do. Ooh. Looks like this is going to be a 1. If you didn't hurt your shoulder, but you did hurt your shoulder. So Why are you here? Why did you do the thing? Who is he competing against? Kyle. Which one's Kyle? Kyle. Uppity people and styrofoam. Kevin. People who are always late. Oof, that's not a motion you want to do with a hurt shoulder. I would just climb it. I would for sure just climb it. Cutting it down makes no sense to me. It worked for him though. I feel like if I got high enough, it would just fall. Whoa! That's it? Ooh, good instincts. Good instincts helping. Break his bottle. Can we please help? Yeah, can we please let them wash their faces so I can actually see what they look like? Of course, Say's here. Just grabbing the men. Who does that leave out? Who else is on this tribe? Stephanie. Which one is Stephanie? Oh, her. QR code menus in restaurants. Ooh, she did have a segment too. That could be bad news. I will say, I feel like the tribes we've seen so far. Mitch, thank you for the 77th. Orange, I think we've seen the least from, right? Because purple won. Orange to me feels like the safest right now. Winning supplies does not also win immunity now. We got to do prediction. Okay. So one additional tribe did get supplies. Let's see. Does anyone find an advantage in the next segment? Specifically in the next segment, does anybody find any kind of advantage? It can be a beware advantage. It can be a clue to an advantage. Does anybody find or receive any kind of advantage like thing in the next segment before the next commercial break? Immunity idol does count. Yeah, if they find like a hidden immunity idol. If it's if they're playing immunity, then we will cancel the prediction and run the immunity prediction. I don't think there's a reason to vote Say out. She's putting an alliance together. Like, Say right now is like the, you know, Devin or Beast Mode Cowboy. Here we go. Like, let her put the group together. And then if you don't vibe, just take it over. We're already getting clues. Potential clues. Will they find something? Wow, lots of ants. No, finding a string doesn't count. They'd have to find an actual thing. A letter doesn't count also. Oh, I didn't realize he didn't even come back yet. Was that real? Did they ADR that? He's no me. That is weird. Why didn't they choose David? I mean, it would be super weird if that's what actually happened. He walked up on the beach and was like, "Hi, I'm Kyle. I'm 30 years old. I'm a teacher, and I didn't get the supplies." David already showing his like lack of Survivor fandom. He's like, "Ooh, group activity." This is purple. Star! Oh, thank God. Man, his beard is phenomenal. I actually don't know. Is this 90 minutes or 2 hours? I have no idea. 2 hours. Okay, good to know. Eva's pet peeves. Lazy people wet socks. She's not wearing socks. Wait, she is wearing socks. I'm sorry, Eva. You're flirting with disaster. All right, Joe, who you building bonds with? Let's go Star. Let's go Shaheen. No, he's going Eva. Maybe he's not. change the game a little bit. Guys, I want to change the game. I want to make a group of people that work together and vote together and get us all to the end. You could call it an alliance if you want, but you know, I just want to play the game. I just want to change the game. Thank you, Ren. All right, Shaheen and Star better get together quick because I'm pretty sure we've got some bad duo stuff going on that neither of them are a part of. All right. Prediction is no. They did not find an advantage. However, we could run it back. They were already searching. Does that give you more confidence? I don't know. I kind of feel like we should run it back. Does anyone find an advantage this time? All right, things I need to see in this episode soon. I need to see Shaheen strategy content. I need to see him hopefully link up with Star. If this is immunity, I will again refund and redo the prediction. However, given this is a 2-hour premiere, I'm assuming we have a little more time. Number 2, I need to see Charity. She needs to come back. I need to see her. I feel like I'm not seeing Charity. In fact, I don't even know what tribe she's on. What tribe is Charity on? She's on Orange. Is orange? No, but that's not green. Which tribe didn't get it? Green got the supplies. Orange didn't. Did they show us anything strategic from orange? Who else is on orange? It's Kyle, Charity, David is on orange. They were searching for the thing. But we didn't really see anything from her. Oof. Oh, she's the one that said she wouldn't have shared info. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Oh, I kind of like that for her. I like that. All right. I feel good about that. Hopefully feel good about it. It could be good. It could be bad. If they mean for us to like David and root for him as like, oh, look at this guy, he just means so well. Then that could be seen as like oh, I'm devious. But I feel like so far I don't know. I don't know if that's the edit because I feel like he started his confessional with Kyle's not me. I would have done better. So he says that, followed up by like somebody else saying, ooh, the way David's doing this is not how I would have done it. I would have kept this to myself, which feels right. Feels like the right thing to say. So I feel positive about that overall. Can I name the tribes? Absolutely not. Well, actually, that's not true. I can name the tribes. It's Green Tribe, Orange Tribe, and Purple Tribe. I have thus named the tribes. Can't wait for David to call Jeff George. Like George of the Jungle. The Amazing Race. Man, I just wish Amazing Race wasn't 90 minutes. All right, we're back. We're back. We're at green. Can I just say, Stephanie's vibe so different than what I thought it was on the bio. Although QR codes in restaurants does make sense with this like earthy vibe. I just thought it was also it's also a pretty mainstream one though, so I didn't think too much of it. Ooh, a purple dolphin. Did she not see it? Me and my alliance. Before the ladies do. What does this energy say? How is it that the other tribe stumbled upon like 15 different numbers and pictures and say out of nowhere without seeing any of it finds a beware advantage? That's a yes on the prediction. Baff. Yeah, it's gotta be related to the letters painted all over. Which apparently they haven't seen yet. 6 letters, it's safety, says Mac in the YouTube chat. More star. Let's go. Oh, it's just advantage stuff though. I mean, I'll take it if she finds an advantage. I don't love her not having much edit until she gets an advantage, but oh, oh, She's getting these I'm hunting for idols edit. Oh no. I think you need her, Shaheen. Okay. We got positive, we got negative. The California girls. Ugh, they're picking between the two people I don't have. This could split up the alliance because Joe's gonna want Eva and Thomas is gonna want Bianca. But that's very bad for Star. I'm not gonna lie, she's a better communicator than like most people. He's got her. I mean, that's super strong. If that holds, because like you can make bonds and then things could drift apart. That seems like a very strong initial bond. Um, that's so powerful in the game. Um, the biggest hurdle is this initial, honestly, this initial vote. You get through one, maybe two votes, you're like locked in for a while, probably. Um, but like two people, especially in Survivor, where like the meta has really become like betray your allies. Um, if you really feel like you've bonded on over something that is beyond the game, and you've just decided like these are my people, that's it. Um, that's gonna be tough to overcome if you can keep that a secret. So I would definitely watch out for this pair. Uh, but they have a few hurdles to jump first. Um, and no, I don't mean the uh like her secret. I mostly mean the bond that they share. Um, like if she ends up telling the rest of the tribe about her autism, I think the best thing to do if they can manage it is to not tell them that she told Joe already. Like tell the whole tribe and have him just react with them. Um, I think that's a really, I actually genuinely think that's a really good. We've talked about this on Big Brother before, where if you have a secret, any secret, this is generally the best way to handle it is tell one person as a way to bond with them. And then with that person, act like you didn't tell them ahead of time. That's two things that you've now done to bond with that person because you've both now participated in this tiny deception, and you've worked together to achieve a goal. It does leave you a little vulnerable if that person is like then is like, oh, I actually knew when they told everyone. Like they could betray you and drop that on you, but like, uh, if you have good instincts and you feel like you can trust the person and this is a good way to bond, like it's a great start to an in-game relationship, a great way to build trust with someone before you even start dropping votes. We don't have a prediction. You know what? We might be getting to the immunity challenge. Maybe we should wait. Oh, here we go. We're not at immunity though. Okay. Notting Hill. Was he Hugh Grant's stunt double? He does kind of look like him. A young Hugh Grant. I could see it. Or wait, is he talking about just about movies he likes? Okay, see, this is what I mean. Kyle and Camilla geeking out to each other. Great way to bond, but they're doing it in front of everyone. No. 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 Ah. Bad news for Charity. This to me implies that her confessional from earlier was designed to be like, she's a player. She's shady. Camilla is my one that got away in the draft. I do think this is very good for Camilla, especially in the sense that like they're portraying what is often like kind of a pretty negative way of bonding, which is like picking a scapegoat. Happens in Big Brother a lot. When we see all of it on the live feeds, we usually don't like it, but they're portraying it in a pretty positive light. Um, which I think is a great thing for Camilla's edit. What's up, YouTube chat? And yes, YouTube VODs will be saved if you want to go back. At least that's what I think I did. She's so mad at Jeff. As if Jeff is the one walking around the woods planting cryptograms. You're telling me they saw those symbols thought nothing of them. Then found a clue, an advantage that had numbers that were a code that were colored. And it took them this long? My first. So listen, I know like the edit was kind of pushing in this direction, and it feels this way. If I'm on this tribe, and Say has pulled me into an alliance, and then Say wins an idol or finds an idol, gets an idol, I'm pleased. I'm pumped about this. I'm Say's best friend. Can I trust her? Probably not. But I'm very happy to be her friend. All right. Prediction is going to be, do we have the immunity challenge? I think the answer is likely yes, but you never know. Once we either get it or don't get it, if we get it, I will then switch the prediction to be which tribe wins. What are the spoilers looking like? Not what are they? Are there any? To be clear. I should have asked that. I should have clarified this before. This is the thing about Say too. It's sort of like I mentioned. They definitely played it like, oh, she's playing too hard. But remember, they showed Jeff saying, play hard, be bold. There was an early viewing. Oh, right. They're still doing those like screener stuff. Okay, I feel like what I found last season when they were doing that is that it wasn't a huge deal, but we should be safe. Let's I think we should still do second place. I think we should do second place. Actually, does it even matter? Because think about it. If you're gonna, hmm. Okay, we're just gonna try something. We're gonna go which tribe wins, which tribe is in first place. And I'm not gonna put the results on the screen. So if you are particularly averse to spoilers, you might want to sit this one out. But the hope would be that once we finish, we'll take a look at what the results were. If there was a big majority on the correct results, then we will adjust for the future. If it felt pretty even, I think that's fine. That's the current strategy. Everything for the 6th. We have 500 people, 530 people on YouTube right now, and 570 on Twitch. That's wild. I don't remember how much we usually have on Twitch. I feel like it's probably a little bit lower on Twitch than normal. But 500 people on YouTube is wild. That's the thing I've seen about multi-streaming is that like you might get more viewers total, but you have less viewers on each individual platform. And then that means like you're less likely to get recommended and stuff, but who really knows? You know what I mean? You know what? Being on both does make sense. Yeah, I'm happy to take feedback on the chat situation as well. We could definitely consolidate to one chat, or we could leave both. I could try to pull chat up on screen, stuff like that. There are different ways that people do it. All right, we're back. And we do, in fact, have immunity. First time multi-streaming, yeah. All right. Which tribe comes in first place? We'll go purple. We'll go green. We'll go orange. And I'm going to hide the results. Tim asks, do I get revenue from YouTube Premium viewers on a live stream on YouTube? I believe the answer is yes. I believe YouTube Premium members count as a view on your ad on the stream. And yes, I think it works similarly on Twitch. Oh, I forgot about the Rome boot order spoiler. All right, getting nervous. Getting nervous. Nelly, thank you for the 9th. I think if I have the grenade, it's actually not that bad because it's even funnier if I win with a grenade again, I think. But I would have to win. If I get the grenade, I then have to win. Because you can't just be the grenade guy. Like at least the one time I got the grenade, I also had the winner. You know what I mean? Yeah, I thought about that, Dilly. Like, ad revenue on Twitch might be worse because there's fewer viewers on Twitch. I think you probably don't make as much on ads on YouTube. But like, I don't know. I don't know if it was like significant, you know. Maybe I wouldn't be able to do it, but like if I lose a little bit, I think it's still probably worth it. Oh, the voting is up. We'll take a look at that next commercial. Marl, with the 31st in a row. Purple in the lead. Let's go. I need orange to be safe though. That's I mean, I feel like both charity and star are in trouble. So I need green to lose, and luckily they are currently in last. Let's go. This is going perfect for me so far. Purple and orange. Ooh, green. That's real heavy, isn't it? Oof, sorry. Ooh, just can't pull it up. Rough, rough. Oh, wow, they got up quick. Purple looks good. How is green so far already? I feel like we're jumping all over the place. Orange is slow. Orange is slow. Oh. I don't know. I don't know. The clips could be misleading. I haven't. Oh God, green looks ahead. Come on, Charity. Surely Charity hasn't been in the episode enough to be the first boot. I think orange is out. Purple in first. Oh. Are they real struggling or fake struggling? I can't tell. I can't tell if it's edit. No, they've got it. They've got it. Wait. No. No, they're tricking me. Wait, what? What happened? Oh my god. I was already prepping my speech. Whew. Wow, grenade free. Let's go. Not the grenade guy. I did have a grenade once, but I also had the winner. Oh, that's when he hurt his shoulder. Look, he's bleeding. Wait, that doesn't make sense. It does feel like it could be Stephanie here. Over to you. What is this? What is this camera lens distortion happening here? All right, okay. Couple of things to do. First of all, which tribe came in first place? Ooh, okay. 43% said purple, 42% said green, 15% said orange. I feel like that seems pretty unspoiled to me. Basically, almost half of the people and like chose the tribe that lost. So that feels pretty good. Maybe we'll continue to be cautiously approaching this. Purple came in first. Um. Okay. So, Survivor 50 votes. How do I find it? Survivor 50 vote. Vote now. Okay. Let's start with the player buffs. Choose the tribe colors you would like to see for Survivor 50. I honestly don't care. We got blue, orange, green, orange, teal, purple, and green, red, yellow. Pink. Oh, you know what? My screen is a little fluxed. It's also like night moded orange, so I'm not actually seeing the colors. Let me disable it for a second. Yeah, that's still kind of purple. Oh, that's harsh on the eyes. Let's get it back. Um, I like the yellow, but I also like the blue. But I also like the teal. We're back. We're back. Oh, I didn't do a prediction. Ah, I knew I was forgetting something. Stephanie feels too obvious, no? Who's the other person not in the alliance? Stephanie. Who else is on this tribe? Mary. But Mary's connected to Kevin, right? So why would Mary go? Could it be Say? What if they flipped it on Say? There's no reason to though. Stabbing her in the butt cheek. Mary going for Say, that's dangerous. It could work though. This is bad news for Mary though. Did you just say Hod? Is he a Boston guy? Is this the first time I've heard him speak? He is a Boston guy. I think this is the first time I've heard him speak. This is why you need to be Say's best friend. She's already suspicious. I think it actually makes a lot of sense for Kevin to go Say here, unless he has a great relationship with her. Because it allows him to keep Mary. He did say there's something about Mary. You talk to Justin, you see if he's on board. If he is, you pull the other guy. You flip on Say. You take her out. You keep the guys alliance. You have 3-2 now. Plus you have Mary locked in. It resets the idol. This is the play. This is the play. Yeah, great point, David, as well. Even if Say plays the idol, I guess if she plays the idol, she knows you're turning on her. She's more likely to be aware that you're turning on her and would probably not vote for Steph. But whoo, oh boy. All right. Prediction will be. I feel like this is a harder one to do if there was a pre-screening. So let's be more cautious. And it's a worse one, I think, if it gets spoiled. So we'll do. Yeah, we'll do last to speak before the vote. And we'll go. Try this, Stephanie. Say Kevin, Cedric, Justin, and Mary. Okay. So it does seem like it's between Steph and Say right now. Um, few different interesting things happening. For Kevin, I do think it makes sense to flip. For Justin, I think it makes sense to flip. Cedric, I don't know what Cedric's relationship with Say is. Cedric is likely the guy who feels like Say is his best friend. If that's the case, he does not have as much incentive to flip. And if he offers resistance to Justin and Kevin, they might relent, worried that they will break their majority. I don't think they should. I think that they should push through, whether or not Cedric agrees, because they hold all the power if they do that. They will have Mary and they will have Stephanie. And if Cedric wants to like disagree, then they can just turn that into the majority. And if he wants to jump on board, then they can retain his majority or the majority with him. So I do think you make this move. I really do. Dangerous play from Mary to go after Say. However, it seems like it's working. Interesting that we were shown that she went to Justin before Kevin, given that we were told that they were like a little bit of a burgeoning duo. Maybe that wasn't the real order of events. But yeah, I think you go that way. If you are both Kevin and Justin clearly don't feel super connected to Say, she has an idol. You take the easy vote and you take out Steph here. You're now down to 5, and Say now has a ton of power with the edit, or sorry, with the idol, and being in this majority still. And now, if you're Kevin, you're like, well, I don't want Mary to go next, but I have no ability to stop that from happening. All right, we're back. I can't feel more strongly about this. I feel like you have to take the reins here. I'm happy as a player to let somebody else take the reins as long as it's going in a direction that is good for me. This doesn't feel good for certainly Kevin. I think it could still go either way. I feel like both Steph and Say have had enough in the edit to tell me that they could be the first boot. The real deal. Is Say one of the wait, what was Say's? No, it was Bianca that didn't like indecisive people. There's something else about the traders is that like on the traders, you should have your votes all locked in before the roundtable. And yet it seems like a lot of them don't, which is all just down to like what the producers basically tell them to do. Well, listen, we're getting somewhere here. See, I feel like we just instantly like they were fighting, and then it was like, Kevin, how do you feel about them fighting? So what? It was why? Time to vote. And Kevin was the last to speak. Wait, who said let's go? Was that Mary? Wow, Mary swooping in with a last minute 2%. A chance I have to take has to be say. Has to be say. But why would they show us that? Because what's a chance? Wait, did she really play the shot in the dark? She's screwed. They didn't do it. Okay, this is the bad part of shot in the dark. They just telegraphed the vote. Not safe. Say looks surprised at the vote. It could mean they didn't tell her, which would imply they voted for her. That's 2 votes. And Steph. I don't think that was the play. That's, oh, Shannon. Shannon gets the grenade. Big blow to average placement. What round did Steph go in? I don't know, actually. All right. Typical caveat. We're shown an edit. There's a lot we don't see. There's a narrative pushed by the producers by the show. Given what we saw, that did feel to me like an error, especially on Kevin's part. We were shown that Mary seems to be like, yo, what the hell? Mary now on the bottom of a 4-person alliance. Mary, a potentially very valuable ally for Kevin, who he now is going to have a really hard time keeping around if they lose another immunity. You could say, well, oh, it's easy. You just flip the votes on, say, next time, except you know she has an idol. So that's really bad for you. If you make this move, and it seemed like Justin was on board to make it, you have the majority regard. And here's the thing: you could make this move. I guess you can't make it without Justin's go ahead. So maybe Justin says no. And you know what? Justin said in the voting confessional, this is a chance I have to take. I assume he means the chances on say. So maybe he just wasn't able to pull Justin here. Who knows if Justin is correct? The vibe I got from Say when she was questioning Justin was that she didn't really trust him. And if I'm Justin, if I'm questioned like that, I'm immediately bailing. Especially when somebody has that much power. They have an idol. They gathered a group together. If that person shows me any sign that they don't trust me or that they might flip on me at some point, I'm pulling that cord as soon as possible. Justin did not do that. We don't really know the reasoning yet, so who knows? For Kevin, I really do think the move was to make the flip. Maybe he tried. Maybe he didn't. I'm very curious to know. But I really do think that people often lose the game in the first vote. And could be the case there. There you go. All right. That was the Survivor premiere. That was pretty good. I would say of the premieres in like the modern era, it's starting to get a little hard to say modern era. I'm not gonna lie. Modern era being 41 to now 48. It's a lot of seasons in one era. We've got 50 coming, so like, you know, but still. Yeah, let's finish the votes for 50 and then we'll wrap up. Actually, this is gonna be one of the few times we have like proper time to talk about the Survivor episode without like Amazing Race coming in. Often Big Brother in other seasons. But I think I've said most of it already. I think the vote was say there. We'll see what comes of it. Do you think we'll ever get a confessional first for saying they're the grenade? I doubt it. I do want to say if you bought a plushie, you can see one in the background here. And you're interested in playing Goose Goose Duck or Blood on the Clock Tower with me, we have a form you can fill out. And there are some other rewards as well. You can inquire in the Discord and other such places. But overall, I would say premiere-wise, it was fine. I think it was a fine premiere. I think I would say strong on challenges, strong on character building, weak on strategy, weak on like vote results, if that makes sense. Like a boring first vote. And not a lot of strategy involved. But the challenges were fun, and there were some really good character moments. So a bit of a mixed bag. I would say not underwhelming premiere, but I think that like we often get good ones, and this is more like a fine one for me. Felt more like setup for future episodes than like a fun episode itself. But I mean, what can you do? It's not really the show's fault. It's like it's what happened. There was a majority that formed immediately, and then they just voted out someone on the outs. Like it was just like you can't really mess with. It was just a boring result. And in fact, the fact that they got anywhere with a counter plan that made some sense, is maybe commendable. All right, let's look at the votes here. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go option A. Wait, I have to have an email? All right, I'm not actually voting then. I'm just gonna pretend to vote. I think option A for the colors. I like the blue. Next question, rice or no rice? Camp life. Do you want to make it a bit easier on the tribes and let them start with a supply of rice, or do you want them to earn their rice through effort or sacrifice? I think I know which one is going to win. People said the fire making one was slanted. I can't even imagine how slanted that one is, given this one. Obviously, people are going to choose B. I'm going to choose A. I'm not actually going to choose A because I'm not actually voting, but I'm going to fake choose A just because I don't like when people try to manipulate me. Final four fire making. Okay, let's get into some gameplay. The Final Four fire-making showdown has delivered some of the most dramatic moments in Survivor history, but not every fan is on board. Where do you stand? Keep it. It gives players control of their destiny. Lose it. Let them vote someone else out just like the early seasons. Oh boy. You can tell you can tell what their opinion is. I think Jeff wrote these questions himself. That's an option B. Easy. Come on. Vote reveal in Los Angeles or Fiji. Looking ahead, should we bring back the live finale and reunion show in Los Angeles or keep the winner reveal and after show in the jungles of Fiji? Live in Los Angeles, keep it in Fiji. That's a neutral question. that did not show any bias. I think they genuinely want to know. For what it's worth, I think that that it's better, that it would be better. I think the best finale and reunion would be um in Fiji, but like a day later or something. I think that doing the reunion immediately following the vote reveal, uh, which immediately follows final tribal, is too much at once. They can't properly digest everything and then talk through it. Um, Waiting months and months and months and then doing it live in Los Angeles, also I think loses a lot. However, there is an added benefit to the LA one, which is that you get to like catch up with them now. They've watched the whole show, they've seen the edit. You get to see like what they look like now that they've not been on an island for a while. So there are other positives to the LA one. So I mean, overall, LA is just a stronger choice, especially because they're never going to do it the way I want them to do it in Fiji. Um, so yeah, I would say live in LA. But yeah, so that's gonna be I'm gonna say A B A. ABBA. ABBA. That's my voting pattern. My guess for how this goes. Hmm. It could be I think A might win colors just because it's the first option. There's no other reason to think another. I mean, I've seen a lot of support for B in the chat, but like, you know, it's probably A or B. Rice is going to be B. I think Rice is just going to be B. Final Four fire making, I'm curious because they did everything in their power to make it A. But obviously, there's a huge swell for B. So I don't know. If they do a live show in LA or a live reunion in LA, I could definitely. I mean, if I could get in, I could definitely go. It's close for sure. Um, However, I would then not be able to stream the finale. And then LA versus Fiji. I think LA will probably win. But not it's not guaranteed, I would say. I think like if you're like a casual viewer, um, and you're not involved in like online discussion, and maybe you're like a new fan, um, you might feel like live in LA, that sounds awkward and produced. Keep it in the jungles of Fiji. But who knows? But yeah, I mean, 1,000%. They made this question to try to get the vote to be keep fire making so that Jeff will have evidence to say, sorry, online fans, you're just in the minority. Most people like it. Sorry. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. That's it. That's the premiere. Survivor premiere. We had a good time. Hopefully you enjoyed the multi-streaming. Um, I think it went well. We'll see. I'll look at the analytics. um, I'll be back next week for next week's episode. I'll also likely be streaming this weekend. Um, and that's about it. That's about what we've got. So thanks for hanging out. And I will see all of you next time.